Okay, so I have the your answer sheet, and I also have the marks. मैं आपको वो क्वेश्चंस कराऊंगा जो आपने जिसमें मिस्टेक्स की थी है ना. राइट, देन आफ्टर दैट वी विल मूव टू सम टॉपिक्स. Okay, tell me one thing that which chapter is currently going on in your school, and do you have some exams?
Sir, I don't have exams now, but next month I have exams. And
Next month, and
determinants is going on in the school.
what is going on? Determinant.
Determinants, yes.
Determinant is going on.
Sir.
Now my voice is audible, much better, or it is say like
Little,
the previous one.
little better.
Is it better? Better.
Sir.
But there was a network issue on your side. That's why I can see. Yeah, that's why it might be some voice not issue on your side. You can also. So screen is visible. Screen
Screen
is
is
visible.
visible, but it is black.
That is black.
Yes.
Now you can say this. Right. So we are going to discuss your test paper, the questions which you are unable to do in your test. So you got 17 out of 20, okay? Right?
20 out of 20, right?
17 out of 20. Yeah. You made a mistake in second question. You have question paper with you.
Yes, sir.
So you have the question paper.
No, sir.
You have or you know, do not have.
I don't.
Oh. Okay, see. In the second question, आपको A और P का वैल्यू फाइंड करना था. So you did this part right. Like A plus 4 is equals to 2A plus 2, which is from this what A equals to 2. That is right. But and you also get this 3B is equals to B square plus 2. But इसको आपने सॉल्व नहीं किया, right? So I think you have some doubt in solving these quadratic equations, in getting the roots. You know? Do you know how to uh, solve the quadratic equations? Get the roots?
Sir,
Do you know what is quadratic equation?
Sir, it will be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c.
The equation, or you can say the polynomial that is having the highest degree of 2. So this is quadratic, and you have to solve. So this is b square. You can take that minus b on the right hand side, and this is 2 goes to 0. So you can solve this by either by quadratic formula, or you can simply use the splitting the middle term. That is much easier. ये आपको पता है कैसे करते हैं सॉल्व?
Sir, we will take b minus 2 common.
E minus 2. Yeah, you can take, but it is simple to take b common. Then you can write it as b minus 2. Then you can write take one common, then b minus 2. That is also the same thing that you are telling me. So b minus 1 and b minus 2 is equals to what? 0. So you have b is equals to 1 and b is equals to 2. You have two values of b. So that should be the complete answer. I gave you 2 marks, okay? Instead of 3, I gave you 2 marks in that question. So that is a mistake in this question that you are unable to solve this quadratic equation. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now understood? Any
Sir.
doubt?
Sir.
Hmm. So your marks got deducted in the fifth question. Now that is from the relation and function. Yes, very yeah, reflexive difference. जिसमें आपको रिफ्लेक्सिव सिमेट्रिक और ट्रांजिटिव बताना था दैट क्वेश्चन फिफ्थ वन. So as we do not have the question paper, so uh, fifth one, right? So the question was x and y work at the same place. So first of all, the A part come, that is x and y. I'm not writing in the so I'm not writing this in the section. So x and y work at same place. This is the given statement. What you have to prove? No, you do not prove anything. Just you have to check whether you have a reflexive, symmetric, or transitive relation. See, what is reflexive? Reflexive होता है like if this is x comma y, then reflexive में क्या होता है? In reflexive,
X comma x belongs to R and y comma y belongs to R.
x belongs to x. That means x comma x and y comma y. If your if your relation is having this element x comma y, then that relation must have this x x and y y. That is reflexive. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is mathematically. And if you want to say this in uh, statement, like in the statement, then it will be like x and y work at the same place. So x and x work at the same place. That is the same thing. X is itself x. So it is possible. है ना?
Sir.
So this is reflexive. This is reflexive. Now let's move to the symmetric part. Okay. So if x walk at the same place as y, then y walk at the same place as x. दोनों एक ही जगह पे काम करते हैं. Let's say how you can understand this. For a symmetric relation, for symmetric के लिए क्या होता है कि like अगर आपका फंक्शन में x y है, then it must have y comma x. ठीक है? That is symmetric. Understand? So if x work at the same place, then y also, if x and y work at the same place, let's say if this is a place P and A and B, instead of it take x, if x and y work at this place, then we can also say that y and x also work at the same place. है ना? कह सकते हैं हम.
Sir.
So this is symmetric. Okay. This is okay. Written. Okay. So let's move to the transitive thing. Transitive. So for transitive, if we have x comma y and if y comma z, then in transitive we must have x comma z. Okay, this is what we are going to do in transitive. ये आपको समझ आ रहा है ट्रांसिटिव कैसे होता है?
Sir,
Right. If x is related to y and y is related to z, then x must be related to z. This is transitive. Understood?
sir,
So if x and y work at the same place and y and z work at the same place, then x and z also work at the same place. है ना? Let's take an example. Let's say we have a company. Let's take we have a company Google. Let's say this is Google. Okay. Let's say this is Google and A works here. No, X works here and Y works here. Okay. And we also have, and someone is saying that Y is working here and Z is working here. Someone is saying Y and Z is working here. So what it means? X and Z are also working in this company only, right? If X and Y is working, that is X comma Y, and if Y Z is working, that is Y comma Z, then X and Z are also working. है ना? X and Z are also working in the same company.
sir,
Yeah. Okay. Any doubt?
sir.
So let's move to the next one. Uh, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Fifth B part. Okay, the same thing. In B part, you want to write it down.
Sir, I wrote.
So the B part. X and Y lives in the same locality. Okay. So अगर X और Y same locality में रहते हैं, reflect self symmetric translate. Okay. But we have the condition, the statement that X and Y, if this is mathematically, then this means X and Y live in X and Y live in same locality. ठीक है? X and Y live in same locality. So अगर X और Y same locality में रहते हैं, then Y and X are also living in the same locality. ना? आप इसको भी ऐसे मान लो, this is locality. Let's say this is some area. Okay, x is living here, y is living here, then y and x are also living here. So this is reflexive. X is sorry, x and x is already living here. Y and y is already living here. So this is reflexive. Now for the symmetric, x and y is living, then y and x are also living. That is reflexive also. ये आपको समझ आ रहा है?
Sir,
And for the transitive, let's say for the transitive, if x and y are living here, and we have, and someone is saying that y and z are living here. So same that example that we have used in the previous case, we can say that x and z are also living in the same area, right? In the same locality. So this is transitive also. Okay. And if you want to, do you have any example in your mind that, in any case that transitive is not possible? Any example, any general example, anything that comes in your mind, any case that is not transitive. You can take some case from your relation, father, grandfather.
yes, sir.
So how you will uh, create an situation or an example for thing that should not be transitive.
Sir, y will be the father of x,
Mhm.
and z will be the father of y.
Okay.
So z cannot be
Yeah,
the father.
exactly. You got it. You got it. That means if let's say if x is a if this is x and this is y, okay. If x no, if y is the father of x, okay, and y z, z is the father of z is father of y. So if we are talking about x z, so z cannot be the father of x because z is grandfather, right? Understood? No? So this is not a transitive case. So that was the mistake in your B part. Now the C part. For all the cases, you wrote only reflexive for all the A, B, C, है ना? Okay. Okay, in the C part, yeah, C part is also the best one. In C part, we have x comma y, x is such that x is exactly x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. This is these type of questions are very important. Can be asked in examinations because this involves some equations. You have to make some equation, then only you can get to the your answer that if the function is reflexive, symmetric, or not. So this for reflexive, if x is reflexive, what you must have xx and y. So if x, इसको मैं how I will read this. See how I was reading this. I was reading this like y is a no x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y, है ना? मैं इसको रीड कर रहा था कि जो x है वो एग्जैक्टली y से 7 सेंटीमीटर ज्यादा है. दैट मीन x is equals to y plus 7. But if we are talking about this, x is equals to x plus 7. That is not possible, right? We can't write x. We are talking about this, then x is x plus 7. That is not possible. Y cannot be y plus 7. Y cannot be y plus 7. Understood?
Yes.
So definitely this is not a reflexive. It cannot be a reflexive. Now let's move to the symmetric part. So for symmetry, if x and y, then y and x should also satisfy the related equation. So equation में क्या था? The x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. Then what it means? X is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. First for this, x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. But according to this, y is exactly 7 centimeter taller. So both the things are contradictory to each other. Both the statements are opposite of each other. This statement is saying that x is taller than y by 7 centimeter, and then in the second statement, the same thing is getting opposed, right? It is saying that y is greater than x by 7. So both things are not possible at the same time. So definitely this is also not a symmetric. Now let's move to the transitive part. ये समझ आए? Moving to the transitive part, x y and y x. Sorry, y z. X y z. Then क्या होना चाहिए? X and z. So according to this, we have x 7 greater than y. According to this, we have y is equals to z plus 7. So what we must have is x is equals to z plus 7. ये हमारे पास आना चाहिए. But let's see. Let's put this value inside this equation, and we have x is equals to z plus 7, that is 14. So we are getting some different equation. You know? We are not getting this equation. So this is not a transitive. So this is not reflexive, not symmetrical, neither a not a transitive part. Okay.
Sir,
Okay. Tell me one thing. If it was reflexive, symmetric, and transitive at the same time, then what you will call that type of function? What you will call?
equivalence relation.
What?
Equivalence relation.
Equivalence of it. Okay. So this was C part. And in the D part, you will read it. You read it correct. The D part and D part. Do you have any doubt in D part? X is a wife of Y. Sorry, X is a wife of Y. X cannot be wife of itself, and Y cannot be wife of itself. Right? And if uh, we want to take the symmetric case, then Y cannot be wife of X, because according to this statement, X is a wife of Y. Y is a husband. So husband cannot be wife. Okay? So this is neither reflexive nor symmetric. है ना? And similarly, transitive in equality. So that's all the answers were correct. Mhm. You made mistake in just only the fifth question. A, B, and C part. That's the okay. And in the second question, that you were unable to solve the quadratic question. Right? Was it okay? Just one.
Sir,
Okay. Mhm. So your matrix chapter is completed.
what did you ask?
I said have uh your matrix chapter is completed or not in your school?
Sir, completed.
Completed.
Sir,
Okay. So can we revise the chapter? In the meantime, we have still uh yeah around 15 minutes.
sir,
Just give me a minute. Okay. So are there, can we start?
sir,
Okay, so what do you mean by the order of matrix?
sir, it means like how many number of rows and how many number of columns.
How many rows and how many columns are there? Right? So if I say the number of rows of five and if I say the number of columns of four, then what should be the order of that matrix?
I cross 4.
What?
Is cross 4.
Five plus four. Okay. So when we are writing the order, then in the starting we should write order row first, then after that we should write column. For order m cross n, this m is number of rows, which is n is columns. Right? This is very basic. And that is why, right? Okay. Okay, let's say you have a matrix that is having eight elements, total eight elements. Then what should be the possible order of that matrix? That matrix.
Sir,
Of
1 cross 8,
what?
1 cross 8, 8 cross 1, 2 cross 4, 4 cross 2.
Total.
4.
Right. Can I take uh, can I take 1.6 plus 5? Can I take this?
Sir, because the number of columns are whole numbers. That's
Hold on. Yeah. That is clear. And let's do some questions. Okay. I think uh, the chapter is already completed, so I will give you some questions and let's see how much you're able to solve that question or not. So you have to construct a 3 by 2 matrix. You have to construct a 3 by 2 matrix, right? And you have a general term that is A ij that is equals to I minus 3j. Okay. You have to construct 3 by 2 matrix and this is your general term. You know what is general term? Whenever you are writing the matrix, there are some general terms A11, A12, and so on to AMN. पता है आपको ना?
sir.
Okay, then find the solution of the following question.
You have to put the values, right?
You have to just put the values of M and N, and you can easily get the A11 and whatever the elements are there in the matrix.
Sir, I got 3 by 2.
3 by 2 what?
So,
हो जाएगा सॉल्व.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what did you ask?
I said you have to construct a 3 by 2 matrix and whose general term is Aij, that is 1 by 2 modulus of I minus 3j. Do you know what is I and j?
Sir, M and N, right?
M and N. Yeah.
Sir, so I'm
See,
asking like we have to put the values of M and N in I and J, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. See,
So I
this
got
is
3
2
by
cross 3 cross 2 matrix. So you have a 3 rows. 3 rows that means row 1, row 2, row 3. And you have 2 columns that is C1 and C2. Just you have to find these elements. This is what? A11. This is A12. This is A21. This is A22. This is A31. And this is A33. Just you have to put the values of I and j. For the first element, I is 1 and j is 1 for
yes,
this
sir.
element. Just you have to put the values in this formula and you can get your elements. And you can easily construct the 3 by 2 matrix. Do it fast.
Sir, A11 is 1. A11 is 1, right?
Just a second. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Maybe short.
Sir, I'm doing. Sir, A11 is 1, A12 is 5 by 2. 1 by 2, 2, 0, and 3 by 3.
Yes, so you understood right? No?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
what is column matrix? What do you mean by column matrix?
It has only one column.
What do you mean by row matrix?
It has only one.
What do you mean by square matrix?
Number of rows and columns are equal.
What do you mean by diagonal matrix?
On diagonal elements are 0.
All diagonal elements are
On diagonal elements are 0.
hmm,
Non-diagonal
very
elements
sure.
are 0.
Non-diagonal elements, not acha, you are saying non-diagonal.
Yes.
I thought you were saying all diagonal elements. What is scalar matrix?
Non-diagonal elements are 0 and diagonal elements are same, equal.
Same. What do you mean by identity matrix?
Uh, diag- diagonal elements, non-diagonal elements are 0 and diagonal elements are
Diagonal elements are
1.
1. And what is the determinant of 4 cross 4 order identity matrix?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Let's leave the 4 plus 4. I got to the same. What is the order of? No. What is the determinant? What is the determinant of identity matrix? The determinant chapter is going on, right?
Yes, sir, but it has started.
Just started, but आपको ये तो बताया होगा सर कैसे डिटर्मिनेंट फाइंड करते हैं नहीं बताया अभी ओके दैट इज वन ओके जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स तो डिटर्मिनेंट वन होता है एंड व्हाट इज जीरो मैट्रिक्स
All elements are zeros.
और एलिमेंट इज जीरो दिस ऑल दिस क्वेश्चन आई एम गिविंग दिस क्वेश्चन you know the equality of matrix Try to solve this question as much as faster. देखो कितना जल्दी कर पाओगे. वैसे 30 सेकंड में हो जाना चाहिए और इन 1 मिनट. और इसी
Uh, A is equals to 1, B is equals to 2, C is equals to 3, D is equals to 4. Give me 0.
Done.
So,
Okay, what's your answer?
sir,
Answer A, B, C, D.
sir, A is 2, C is 3,
A is
1, B is 2,
1, B
B
is
is 2, C is 3, D is 4.
that is right. Okay, let's take one more question. Uh, that is x plus y. That is given. That is 5 plus y. And this is next y. This is 5 plus z. Is equals to 65. Just find the value of x, y, and z.
X is 2, Y is 4, Z is 0.
X is 2, y is 4, z is 0.
Sir. Yeah.
Right. You can have one more answer.
Sir,
X can be 4 also.
Y is 2, Z is 0.
इसको अगर पेपर में नहीं लिखोगे ना तो यहाँ पे 1 मार्क्स काट देगा मुझे. That should be the complete answer. That you have x2 and y4 and x4 and y2. So I think you know the quality of matrix. Now let's move to the operations on matrix. So you know addition of matrix, addition, subtraction, addition by a scalar quantity, right? Let's see the addition concept. A plus B matrix. Okay. A you have A under root 3, 1 minus 1, two, 3, 0. B is 2 root 5, 1 minus 2 and 1 by.
Sir, 4 minus root 3.
Minus. Where is minus? No, this is not minus. This is not minus.
2 root 3. I thought that was minus. That's 2 root 3. 1 plus root 5. Sir,
For the A11, for the first element.
sir, for the first element, it is 2 root 3. Then second element is 1
2 root
plus
3.
5. 2 plus root 3. Speak.
2 root 3 and 2 plus root 3. Different things.
Yes, sir. 2 plus root 3.
Okay.
And 1 plus root
Next.
5.
B.
Then 0. Then 0. Then 6. Then 1 by 2.
Okay. तो आपको ये भी आता है and multiply scalar multiplication. Let's say in this question, if you have to find uh, let's say find 5a and find 11b. No need to write it down. No need to solve. Just tell. You can tell me directly. No need to solve. Your mic is off.
5 root 3,
Hmm?
then
I
5,
wrote. Hmm?
then minus 5,
Hmm?
then 10, then 15, then 0. And
Okay, and
for
the second one?
second one, 22, 11 root 5, 11,
Hmm?
minus 22,
Hmm?
33,
Yeah,
and 11 by 2.
right. Okay, so scalar multiplication is also clear. Now, I guess difference is also clear to you.
So,
How to subtract matrices, huh?
so,
Okay, let's move to some property of matrix addition. You know, what is commutative law?
yes, sir. Like A plus B is equal to B plus A, like that.
Yeah,
That-
that is commutative law. We can, while doing addition, we can write it, write it as a plus b equals to b plus a. But remember one thing, when we are multiplying the matrices, A, B, then we cannot write it as a B. A is not equal to B in matrices, right? We will do that type of questions. And associative, what do you mean by associative law?
Sir,
What do you mean by associative law?
sir, like A plus B plus C will be in brackets is equals
Hmm,
to A plus B will be in brackets plus.
yeah, right. So I think you know this, these things. Additives, existence of additive identity if A plus 0, or you can say null matrix. So 0 is equals to A and that is equals to A. You know? And what do you mean by additive inverse? If I say that find the additive inverse, then if
Sir,
I ask you that what is the additive inverse of A?
minus root 3, minus 1, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, and C.
Okay, so you are saying you are telling me for this matrix A. Okay. The A matrix and its additive inverse is minus of A. So you will what you can multiply minus 1 inside the matrix. That is okay. Okay, let's solve this question. We have A matrix that is 8, 0, 4, minus 2, 3, 6. B matrix 2, minus 2, 4, 2, minus 5, 1. We have to find the value of x. Okay. We have a equation that PA plus 3x is equals to 5b. Use this equation and tell me the value of x matrix. The one thing is clear to you that if it is a 3 cross 2 matrix, and if we are getting 3 plus 2 matrix, this is also the 3 plus 2 matrix because in addition, we can only add the matrices when the order of the multiple matrices are same. Uh, Then only we can add. If we are having the same number of rows in a one matrix and same number of rows in the second matrix, then only we can add for the matrix. Vice same for the column. It's all.
Can you go up?
Find the value of x.
Can you do the A and B values? Can I scroll up? Can you scroll up? Sir, x is -2, -2, -10/3, 4, 14/3, -31/3, and -7/3.
Okay, that is right. Let's do one more problem on algebra. X minus y is 5, 2, 0, 10, and x plus y is 10, 0, 2, 5. Okay, find the value of x and y.
Sir, x is 15 by 2, 1, 1, 15 by 15 by
8
2,
by 2,
1,
1,
1, 15 by 2. And y is 5 by 2, 5 by 2, minus 1, minus plus 1, minus 5 by 2.
yes, Putra is almost clear, and matrices the number of matrices is almost clear to it. Let's move to the multiplication of matrix. This is going to take the time consuming and make more focused than previous proportions. So, you know how to multiply matrices to matrices. Let's tell me if I have ordered 3 plus 2 and I have to multiply, let's say this is a matrix A and this is matrix B having 2 cross 3, sorry, 3 cross 3 matrix. Yeah, 3 cross 3 matrix. And this is B. So is it possible to get AB matrix?
Because
Is it po-
the number of columns of the first set should be equal to the number of rows of the second element.
and this is not the same. है ना? यहाँ पे 2 है, यहाँ पे 3. So you cannot get AB. And if I ask you, can you get BA? Is it possible to get BA?
Yes, sir. Yes.
है ना?
Because 3
Because
and
when you will B, when
3.
you will take BA, then this is the first matrix and having 3 columns. And this is the second matrix that is having 3 rows. So BA, you can get BA, but we will not get the AB. Understood?
Sir.
So that's the matrix multiplication. Mhm. Yeah. We have this A that is equals to 6, 9, 2, 3. And you have this B that is equals to 7, 9, 8, 2, 6, 0. Okay. This is 2 cross 2 and this is 3 cross 3. Okay. So find AB. Screen is visible to you.
Sir. Sir, 60, 60, 108, 48, 20, 36, and 16.
Okay, so then you have to find the AB, right? So the order for AB should be 2 cross 3. So AB will be 2 cross 3 matrix. You will get uh
14,
7 6 42. It's 42 plus 19. That is called it's 69 6972. 42 plus 18.
sir.
First element is 60.
Yes, sir.
The second element 9 6 54 plus 9 6 54. 108.
Yes, sir.
Your 8 6 48.
Sir.
Right?
Then now 20, 36, and 16.
36 and
16. 1, 6.
16. 9 2 are 18. And 8 plus 18 that is 36. And mm, yeah, that is enough. Yeah, that is all. Yeah. So I got the value of infinity. One more important question. That is going to be the last question of this class. Okay, and this is very important question. It can be asked in your exam. To prove that AB is not equal to BE. Like, let's say you have a A matrix that is 1, minus 2, 3, and minus 4, 8, 5. And you have B matrix. What is the order of this matrix? A.
2 cross 3.
You have B matrix. Add X. 2, 3, 4, 5 into 1. What is the order of this matrix?
3 cross 2.
Equals to. When you will multiply AB, then what should be the order of that AB matrix?
Cross 2.
2 cross 2. And when you will multiply BA, then what is the order of that matrix?
3 cross 3.
3 cross 3. Good. Okay, so definitely these matrices are not equal. But you have to solve each and every you have to each and every step. And for that, you have to multiply AB and you have to multiply B. Just multiply both the matrices and when we if we are getting a same matrix or different matrix. Definitely you will get a different matrix because AB is 2 plus 2 and AB is 3 plus 3. But just for बस वैसे ही लेकिन सॉल्व करके दिखाना पड़ेगा.
For A cross B, into B, I got 0, -4, 10, 3.
B cross A.
Can you hear me?
For B cross A,
For B cross A, I got 10, 2, 21,
minus 10, minus
sir, -10. 10, 2, 21, -16, 2, 37, -2, and 11.
yeah, good. Great. So definitely you can at the last you can write clearly, or you can say AB is not equal to BA. You know, understood? Okay, so do you have any doubt in today's class or in any test questions? All clear? Okay. Okay then. Now we will finish this class here.